Ontario's MVP. I commend parents for children's mental health, as well as all of the other partners who have been putting this together today, because you've done a great job in organizing today's event to push for a designated Child and Youth Mental Health Awareness Day in Ontario. And it's unfortunate that we need such a day. It's unfortunate that we still continue to see lack of services for children and youth in terms of their mental health needs in this province. So what we're calling for is a day to be held every year on the Friday of the first full week in May, starting this year, Friday, May 7th. On behalf of New Democrats, I'm proud to sponsor the bill for achieving this in our province. I'll be introducing it this afternoon, as you know, just after 1. And I hope some of you can be there in the legislature to lend your support to that effort. You know, having an official day every single year to draw attention to child and youth mental health challenges is critically important. But beyond awareness, we need to see adequate resources going to Ontario's mental health system to ensure that every child who needs care and help can actually get it. That is the point. Smokey Thomas here, the president of Ontario Public Service Employees Union, and some of the workers in the children's mental health sector that are here as well. And they're here to lend their voices to this effort, because as the workers on the front line, they know what's happening not only to their colleagues in terms of cutbacks and layoffs, but the devastation that they feel as professionals when they can't be there to provide the services for children, for your children, who very much need those services. As parents whose children live with these challenges, you're undeniably the experts when it comes to identifying the needs and the gaps in service. You may have faced a waiting list or struggled to access service or dealt with consequences of treatment that is too slow to arrive for your child. And I'll be talking about that a little bit today as well, as the Minister of Children and Youth Services is going to be making a statement in the legislature today. Those working inside the mental health field admit their frustration of wanting to do more, but being curtailed by a budget that is insufficient and government increases that are few and far between. So it takes real courage to take on a government and demand better for our kids. You want to be consulted. You have a great deal to offer in the way of insights and practical ideas. My party and I support your aims and goals. The sooner we step up and address the need for timely treatment of mental illness in children and youth, the more lives, the more futures we will be saving. So I applaud your ongoing efforts to mobilize and to get the McGuinty government to provide these resources that will achieve better outcomes for your children and for your youth and your family. So on behalf of my party, once again, I want to pledge our full support. I hope you're there in the legislature today, because the government will likely take credit for all kinds of things that haven't happened yet. And I have to say, when I talk to parents, no matter where I go in this province, I talk to parents who are in tears because their children are cutting themselves and yet they can't get any counseling. I talk to parents who've watched their children attempt suicide more than once because they can't get a psychiatrist or a psychologist. That's the kind of Ontario that we want for our children. That's the kind of hope that we could provide for our kids. I'm sorry, that's just not good enough. So hopefully we can all go in there and let the government know it's just not good enough. And every Friday of the first full week in May, hopefully the government will be able to be with us and say, today's the day we remember that we have to do more. Thanks very much, everybody.